Yo, what is going on, beautiful people? That Clever Lamp here, and today we're going to be reacting to My Hero Academia episode 20 called Victory or Defeat. I feel like I should stay away from the titles going forward, so I'm gonna try to do that. But today, before we actually start the reaction, I told you guys I was gonna make a tournament bracket to see who I'd guess would win. And since the last episode, the tournament started at the very end where we saw Deku going against Shinso. I thought to myself, hey, I should make the tournament bracket. But then I was like, I think it'd be more fun if I did it on camera, like go through my thought process of why I think they'd win and all that, and I'll kind of decide as we go on, right? So actually, you should see on screen now, I got my free tournament bracket maker. I was looking all over for one. Literally every single one is like, sign up, make an email. I'm like, I'm good, bro. I don't want to do any of that. So yeah, I wrote down the names, and yeah, I'm just gonna go one by one and decide who I think is gonna win. All right, so after I do this tournament thing, I'm gonna just hop right into the episode. Basically, I'll let you guys know at the end. But last episode, like I said, we got more backstory on Todoroki. You know, we got to see more of his family and all that, his mom, and why he got his scar and all these other things. It was crazy. And then at the very end, you know, Shinso, he's been talking shit this whole time. So yeah, this first pick right here is gonna be a hard one, you know, but let's run through it. I think it's gonna be fun. All right, let's go. All right, so starting off with Shinso versus Midoriya for the first round. If you're wondering how I got all these names, I tried to go back on the episode and look through like all the names that in the beginning because they were all there in the bracket, but I couldn't see them. So what I did is go into private browser. I looked up the episode number, episode 19 of My Hero Academia season 1 or season 2, and I went to the episode because normally they have like information on it, and I found the tournament bracket there along with the list of the names. So I got pretty lucky. You know, I wasn't trying to get spoiled myself, whatever. Luckily I didn't, but I have all the names exactly here. But yeah, that was just to preface this, but okay. I wrote down the names. I got out of the browser. No spoilers. I'm good. I'm going to press run here so I can have it run, you know, by click. This first run, we got Shinso versus Midoriya. All right, this is a hard one, right? Because here's my thought process on it, right? Shinso, we've seen from the beginning of the UA festival of this, I think of this, yeah, this season's episode 14, when he was talking all that shit, being like, oh, you guys are arrogant and doing this and stuff. And, you know, so far he's brought, you know, it up to back up what he says so far. But here's the thing is like, the amount they build him up and everything like that, it's like, do I think he's gonna lose at this point? Midoriya's already won a lot, you know, being 10 million, doing all this stuff. Like, I don't really know. I could really see it going either way, Midoriya being our main character though. But here's the thing that makes me think Midoriya is gonna win more than Shinso. Actually, there's two things, main things. The first thing is that because they hyped up Shinso so much, you know, as this person we have to look out for, a person that's gonna be like a hard challenge, person, blah blah blah. Like, I think the mangaka did that on purpose so that we collectively think that Shinso is just gonna not mop the floor, but is gonna win against Deku. You know, it's like a good adversary. It's a good challenge for Deku. You know, it's very intense. Like I said, I don't know who's gonna win, but I'm leaning towards Midoriya because of that reason that he's put him on such a pedestal. It'll be just the next thing that Deku has to overcome. You know, the second thing is that as we see in this tournament, Todoroki is versus Seto in the next round. Should I just skip to that first? I don't know. Okay, Todoroki's winning, bro. Come on, let's not play. Look, okay, I didn't know who Seto was, you know, when I was reading it, so I quickly looked at the name, covered up the screen just to like not get spoiled, and I barely looked at the very top of the picture, saw him, clicked out of the thing without looking, like this, you know, exited out, went back to the episode 19 that I already watched, skimmed through the video to look for him, and I saw him. Then I started, hold on, let me show you guys. I started to sketch out what they look like, you know, so that I don't know if you guys can see that. I started to sketch out what they look like so that I could have a remember of what they look like. And I was like, yo, this is gonna take forever to sketch out. So for like the fourth round with Hatsume, I'm like, who's Hatsume? So I did this. This is my drawings now. You know, I'll explain all of them, but yeah, I thought it was way too much work, so I was like, nah, fuck that. Anyways, how about we start with the second round? Todoroki versus Seto. Todoroki's mopping the floor with Seto. I don't even care, bro. It's not even a competition. This dude has what, tape? Like, I don't know. Maybe he'll put up a good fight, but I just can't see it being longer than like a minute. You know, Todoroki, I feel like is too in his bag, too focused, has way too main character vibes, too much on the line. You know, like Todoroki's winning. So I'm going Todoroki for here. I'm gonna put him in the bracket here. Now going back to Shinso Midoriya, because Todoroki I believe is gonna win. I think because they built up the Deku versus Todoroki since this festival started when Todoroki went up to him. I think Deku's gonna win, but it's gonna be a challenge. I think Deku's gonna have to use his quirk, but I think that's what's gonna happen. But I definitely think Midori and Todoroki are gonna face each other just because of how much they built it up and everything like that. But Shinso, you know, maybe through his efforts he'll be put into the hero classes. I think that's what he wanted. And then Seto, I'm sorry, Todoroki's, you're not winning against Todoroki. Like that's it, you know. I swear if he wins, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. All right, so next bracket we got Shiozaki versus Kaminari. All right. Who the fuck is Shiozaki again? The electric guy. Oh, that girl. All right. The next one is harder, I would say. Shiozaki versus Kaminari. Now, this is a hard one because Kaminari has a very, very good quirk with the electrical, but his drawback is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? He becomes very slow, doesn't really know what the hell's going on. His brain just doesn't work. Shiozaki, though, we haven't seen much of her powers. She has like the hair, right? That's why she pulled the bandanas off of, what's his name? Minata and Sue, I think it was. So I don't know. Lightning does affect her vines or whatever, but I don't know if how much she could spawn, how much she could do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. I don't want to drag it too long. I really don't know who's gonna win this one. I'm gonna be honest, but I'm gonna give it to, you know what? I'm gonna give it to Shiozaki. She's class, I think, B. I feel like class B is gonna show up a little bit more this round. Since Shinso lost, I believe, which I think he's gonna lose, I think Shiozaki will come in and kind of prove more of like the other classes and things like that. That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing Kaminari it's gonna be in his favor in the beginning, but then he's gonna use too much electricity. He's gonna like have that drawback, you know, and not focus, and then she's gonna like knock him out the ring or something. I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna go Shiozaki for that one. Now the next one, Iida versus Hatsume. Okay, this one's hard because Iida has his like boost gear whatever in his legs, but like Hatsume is kind of like the equivalent version of him, right? But maybe even better because of the gadgets and stuff she has. She calls babies. I don't know if she has like similar gadgets to what he has, right? But she also has like a more of a variety of what she can do with her gadgets, and maybe she knows more about those gadgets as well. This is my picture I drew of her. I don't know if you guys can see. I got Hatsume. You know, she had those eyes, whatever, the pink hair. Titans for the 3D maneuver gear. Hopefully you guys can see that. But yeah, I'm gonna guess Iida versus Hatsume, huh? All right, I don't want to drag it too long. I'm going to go my boy Iida. I feel like he has more resolve than Hatsume. You know, he's really trying to prove he's the best. He's been really telling Deku, like, I'm going to prove it, do this and that. And he has his clutch move, too. I think Hatsume would get overwhelmed probably in, like, the fourth quarter, you know what I'm saying, type of thing. But I do think Hatsume would put up a pretty relatively good fight, you know. But I'm going to give it to my boy Iida. Moving on. Ashido versus Aoyama. These are my last two drawings that I forgot who they were. We got Ashido, who's a slime girl, pink girl. Slime, acid, whatever it is. Then we got Aoyama, who got the sparkle rose. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, who do I think is gonna win there? Oh, they've been clowning Aoyama, like absolutely destroying this dude's pride. I'm sorry, I don't think you're gonna win, bro. I haven't seen him do shit this whole festival. Actually, no, I take that back. I haven't seen him do shit since the beginning, bro. I can't name one thing this dude has done besides get a stomach ache. And bro, I don't know. They just disrespect him, honestly. Like, I feel bad. Ashido versus Aoyama. Ashido is, I'm sorry, she's clapping Aoyama, bro. She got the slime. Like, I don't know. I think Aoyama's going to get overwhelmed. Like, and that dude, what can he do, bro? I think his quirk is so trash. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm giving it to Ashido. I'm sorry, Aoyama, but I'm seriously thinking Aoyama's getting dropped out of class A. I don't know if he's gonna make it. I think he might be a part of business class or something. All right, next one's Tokoyami versus Yaoyodozu. Whatever she is. No, I know she is, and Tokoyami too. He helped Deku. This will be a tough challenge. Yodozu, I feel like has such a good quirk that once she masters is gonna be like so OP. Tokoyami, because it's the daylight, I think his shadow thing isn't gonna hold up with Yodozu's quirk, you know what I'm saying? If it was night, I would give it to Tokoyami, but because it's the day and his thing is weaker and stuff like that, like, actually I don't even know if I'd give it to Tokoyami because it's bigger, but he can't really control it at night, you know. So I don't know. Tokoyami, I think, is smart. He thinks quick on his feet and things like that. He got that bandana and stuff, but I'm gonna give it to Yodozu because she was recommended, like Todoroki. I think she's like one of those just really, really good, strong characters, you know. I feel like she's very smart too, so she'll use her quirk to her advantage. Very good. I think it'll be a good fight though, but I'm gonna give it to Yodozu. Now, next we got Tetsu versus Kirishima. You know, honestly, I'm fucking with Kirishima recently. Kirishima, I think is really cool. You know, he's part of the class. He like helps out. You know, he seems like a good, genuine dude. You know, he was trying to, I think he was like making sure All Might was okay last season. So I fuck with him. I think his quirk is really dope. But I'm gonna give it to Tetsu because honestly, I think Class B hasn't shown up enough yet. And the fact that they were like, because the other two dropped out, they were in there. I feel like they're gonna do something because they got this second chance. You know, I don't think they're gonna let it go to waste. So I think both of the Class B people that got in are going to the next round. Tetsu and Shiozaki. And I think Tetsu's quirk is literally just a better version of Kirishima's, right? So I don't know. I think Kirishima is gonna go overwhelmed with the punches. I think it's gonna hurt him more than it hurts Tetsu, and Tetsu is gonna take it this round. But we shall see. I don't know. I'm gonna give it to Tetsu though for sure. Next we got Uraraka versus Bakugou. All right, so Midoriya versus Todoroki. Yeah, this is hard, bro. This is probably really, really hard. I don't know, man. Midoriya versus Todoroki, huh? See, this is probably gonna be the hardest pick, right? Because if we look at the next one, we got Shiozaki versus Iida. Probably leaning towards Iida on that one, to be honest. I think he might use his like final thing in this round versus Shiozaki. Iida moving on, and him wanting to challenge Midoriya as well. I think that would be a good pair, like going on to the championship. I don't know if Deku's gonna win though. You know, I feel like maybe it's too early, but I have been underestimating Deku a lot, so I don't know. Midoriya versus Todoroki. Ooh, I don't know. You know what? Okay, I don't want to take too long because I've been recording for a while, but I'm gonna give it to Midoriya just because of the show. I feel like maybe they're trying to lead us on. He'll won't win, and I've been counting him out a lot, so I'm gonna try to, you know, put my faith in him this round. I'm going to give it to Deku only because Todoroki would absolutely destroy Deku if he used both quirks. If Todoroki used both quirks, I think it would be I think he'd win this whole tournament if he used both quirks. I'm going to be real. But the fact that Todoroki is so gung-ho about him just using his left hand. Is it left or I think it's his left. I don't know. But the fact that he's so gung-ho about that, I think it's really telling of that he just isn't going to use his other hand. It's too much of a pride thing. Not even like a pride thing. It's like, bro, his father seemed like an abusive father. And even the mother was scared of him. Didn't want to look at the own kid. So because of that, I'm going to say he's not going to use it. He already tried to use it and he's like, man, I'm doing exactly what my father told me. I don't want to do that. So I feel like with that conscious in his mind, he'll be like, all right, whatever. If I lose using just my hand, then that. Or unless he just decides to use his hand and wins. I don't know. But I'm going to give it to Deku. You know, I don't want to stay on the topic too long, but I'm going to give it to Deku. Deku using his quirk. I definitely don't think Deku's winning without using his quirk, even with Todoroki using one hand. But like I said, if Todoroki used both hands, it'd be a cake. It'd be a walk in the park for Todoroki. If Deku had his quirk under control, it'd be a walk in the park for Deku. But I mean, all of these kids don't have their quirk under control as much as it seems. You know what I'm saying? They all have a lot to improve. So anyways, Shiozaki versus Iida. I'm going to give it to Iida because I think he's going to show up. I haven't really seen much of Shiozaki, so I don't really know much about her. But Iida, he's like determined. I know that. He's a very honest guy. You know, he's a very good guy that has his ambition with his family and everything like that. He has a lot to prove. So, and I think Deku versus Iida is going to be a good matchup as well because Iida's been wanting to fight Deku, saying, I am your rival as well. So for the story and for that, I'm going to give it to Iida. And I think he might be better. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll see. Moving on to Ashida versus Yodozu, whatever. Ashido, yeah, this is a tough one. Her having her slime probably could melt most of, I think it's acid, right? Like seeps through stuff. I feel like her pussy juice, I mean her slime can like probably go through her like shields and things like that, and maybe even get to her, you know what I'm saying, to Yodozu's defense or whatever. So yeah, this one's hard. I don't know. But I'm gonna give it to, okay, you know what, I don't know. I feel like Yodozu's gonna have a plan. Ashido, I don't really know much about her, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to give it to Yodozu because I feel like she has more story right now. That's the only reason why. Because I know more about her that I'm giving it to her. And that's really it. I really don't know much about Ashido. And I don't know how their battle's going to go realistically. But Yodozu, smart. She's recommended. That's the only reason why I'm doing this. But yeah, I'd definitely say that. I'm going to give it to her just because I really don't know. Tetsu versus Bakugou. I think this is an interesting matchup too. Like all of these matches are going to be hard. I feel like the second round. Tetsu having his quirk, which I feel like would nullify Bakugou's explosion, right? I don't know. I don't know how powerful Bakugou's thing could be. Bakugou gets really mad, so maybe that could play a factor into why he loses, you know? I feel like Tetsu being in Block B or in Class B would also push up Class B more, you know, considering Shiozaki, if she loses, then she lost. But here's the thing though, is Bakugou could go against Deku. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna give it to Bakugou. I feel like he'll maybe use, he's like I said, he gets mad, but he's also thinks level headed at the same time. I'd say Bakugou is probably gonna do a super huge explosion or something like that, or build up or something like that, you know, and take down him. But it'll be a tough match for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to Bakugou. All right. Coming to Deku versus Iida, man. Okay, this one's a little harder for sure. I would say Deku, Iida, it's like you can really see it go either way. Kinda, but here's the thing though that I just realized is that Bakugou's on the other side. So maybe they did that on purpose to pit up Bakugou and Deku at the very end. So because of that, it's only really because the story wise, I feel like Deku's gonna use his quirk again. Iida's gonna get a little overwhelmed by it. He'll almost win, but I think Deku's gonna take it. And then Yodozu, Bakugou. I think Bakugou's somehow gonna finesse her. I don't really know how that's gonna work, but I think Bakugou and Deku is gonna be final round. So I'm gonna give it to Bakugou. Congratulations, we got Deku versus Bakugou in the final round. Like I said, I don't know who is gonna win. I honestly could see it going either way. Deku wins by using his quirk to the max or something, breaking all his shit again, and then finishing Deku off, but also maybe hurting himself in the process. Or Bakugou, like Deku's tired, or Deku can't do it, or Bakugou, it just shows up. Like the champion, I really don't know. I don't want to say I'm underestimating Deku because like he's made it this far, you know, but him winning the whole thing, that's kind of crazy. It's such a big step into his goal to become, you know what? Okay, I don't think Deku's going to win the whole thing. Honestly, I think, you know, it's funny. Bakugou said in the beginning, I'm going to be number one. And everyone was like laughing at him like, oh, you're going to be number one. Maybe that was some foreshadowing into him actually being number one. I'm using context clues here. I think maybe because he said that in the beginning, he's actually going to make it happen. And the fact that Deku was literally like, normally Bakugou would laugh after he said something like that, but he didn't. He was being so serious. So honestly, I'm going to give it to Bakugou and say Bakugou is going to be the champion. Congratulations, Bakugou. Actually, now that I think about this, right, before I watch the tournament, I'm actually going to make that a separate video. I'll probably put this at the beginning of the video, but I said this at the very end of it. But yeah, I'm going to make, actually, yeah. I'm going to make this a separate video, so I'm going to edit all of it and then just put my Hero Academia tournament predictions and have this, because it's been a long time. I don't want this to be right before the episode. So yeah, will be this, and then you should see the episode the same day. So this will be posted first, and I'm sure the episode will be posted literally like 5 minutes after, you know. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This is my predictions, my final predictions for the champion. You know, I said I'm gonna make a separate video of my reaction. This was initially supposed to be before, but it's way too long to do before. Yeah, hope some of my predictions are right. I'm gonna keep my bracket so that we can go through it and see, you know, which ones I got right, which ones I got wrong, all this stuff, you know, what happens in the tournament. Yeah, really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next reaction when we actually see, hopefully, the first round, second round, and see if I'm right or wrong in these first couple battles and things like that. But we'll see. Anyways, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.